So we make mistakes all the time. What's the difference between us and the pros in making mistakes?
We don't get our bike fixed for free.
That's one.
They don't pay us.
Two.
No geisha girls. We make more mistakes.
They do it, get it done.
They make a mistake, they get by it, and they get it done, right? You'll see Rossi go like that, and he's got it fixed. Stoner do this, all them guys, all the pros, Speeds, everybody. When I started racing years ago, Speeds was that big, and he used to make me look really bad and deal with it. Those guys make mistakes. We all make mistakes, right? Everybody does, right? Except we make mistakes. Don't let it take you off the track. Don't let it take your brain away from riding your motorcycle. Keep your brain out in front of that windscreen. Because when you make a mistake and you do all that, and the motorcycle's still going, your brain's back there somewhere. Okay? Try not to do that.
So how'd you like the track day?
It was good. I'm tired. I want to go to sleep, but it was a lot of fun. Y'all need to come out here.
What'd you think about Ride Smart?
Oh, Ride Smart's great. Dave's awesome. You know, he takes care of us like we're family. Everyone's family out here, so it's pretty nice.
The instructors?
Oh, instructions are great. You know, they'll definitely go over with a fine-tooth comb what they see and what they don't see and what you need to do and what you shouldn't be doing out there. So it's pretty good.
My favorite one is easy to play with is 5 because I get to see it before I get there. Okay, I like the turns that I get to see before I get there. Blind, offhand turns like 7, not a fun turn. Come over the top and be like, where'd the track go? So I got to plan real good for that one. I got to learn that turn easy. So let's play on this 5 on the next one out. Let's try to get that done. And when I get in there, I want to go wide in. Just hit the clip point. It means that the curbing's going to go by me. Am I looking at it when it goes by? No. I'm doing this. I see curbing going by. Like I'm looking at you guys, you know? And I'm looking out onto the track. I'm looking up 5, going out to 6. Because what's on the exit of 5? My little red curbing out here, isn't it? And I'm letting my bike, let it drift out there. How do I do that? How do I drift the bike? Throttle, right? Remember I talked about on the turn. Put a little gas in it. Let it go wide. Let the bike take you out there naturally. Okay, but don't look at the outside curbing, because the outside curbing's over here. My racetrack's over there. So I got to keep looking farther ahead. If you guys are using the engine, how many are doing this? Rolling up to the turn, going, letting the bike go, and using the engine as a downshift.
A little bit.
You got a slipper clutch in your bike? You won't need one if you don't do that too long. Or the crankshaft will be laying on the ground. Don't downshift the bike so hard that you're stuttering the back tire. You have to blip it and rev it up. Okay? So what I do is I don't want to downshift and go, the bike like, I don't want to feel the bike do any of that. Okay? What are you going to do? Pull clutch it, right? Clutch it. If you're left, and then if you're going along and you don't get it right, what happens? I roll it off, I do that, I throw a gear in, and I let the clutch on the bike go, ooh. I don't have the engine matched. Okay? That's all throttle control and braking. And all these things we'll talk about more later today. You're riding your bike harder here than you probably ever should anywhere else. So you're going to work those steps a little bit. But I don't want you working it too hard, because I don't want you putting yourself on the pavement. The track's starting to come around. All right, okay, so if we do that, I stand it up and I go down and do that, because I'm not looking far enough ahead. If I'm looking here, I'm driving to that piece of road, then I'm driving to that piece of road, then I'm driving to that piece of road. I'm driving that road. I want the whole road. And as you guys get laps and laps during the day, you'll know the track is, you know it's already there, right? Some of you get faster than others. That's okay. Just let it come to you. If you get to a turn and you can't remember where you're at when the turn, what are you going to do? Oh, the old big OS goes on. The OS light, that one on the dashboard. Okay. So learn the track. This is like your favorite back road, right? If you run up and down your favorite back road, you got it, don't you? You can take your buddies out there. Yeah, let me show you this road. This is your favorite back road. So you got to learn it. You got to figure out where it's at. Try on the next session and the subsequent questions not to follow the rider in front of you. I got 4 guys running and I'm following them. I'm not learning anything because I'm just a sheep. Okay. Maybe they're on the line. Maybe they're not. I don't really care. I'm on my line. So try to not do that. Let that riders in front of you be here and let them go off to the side. And look around them. Because if you're staring at their taillight or back of their bike, that's exactly where you're going to be when they make a mistake. You're going to follow them right off the track. Been there, done that. More than once. Until I learned not to do that anymore. Because I'm like, well, I'll follow this guy. That's cool. And he goes off the track. I'm standing up right next to him going, oh, that's bad. Are you all right? I'm good. Try not to be a sheep out there. Let the other people ride their motorcycles. You practice your line. If you can't hold it in this line and get this figured out, how can you go any faster? he was the kind of guy that liked to do some of this stuff. We kind of use some of his concepts, and really all the concepts are the same. You can go most race schools around anywhere in the country, and we're going to talk about the same thing, because motorcycles want certain things done. Counter steering, proper braking, proper throttle, good lines, you know. Bike setup, I was going along kicking some tires, chains were nice. I told some of you guys chains too tight, too bad. One guy's got a bad sprocket out here, okay? You really don't want to show up with a bad motorcycle. I know, you're like, well, I'm going to go anyway. No, not a good idea. If it's really bad, we're going to take you off the track. I don't want you out there. Because if the chain comes off and spits up through the front of the motor, could go in the back, lock the wheel up, maybe tear your motor parts, spit oil over it, and I'm coming right behind you. Me and the jitcher are laying on the ground. I will not be happy. Or the rest of the 5 or 6 other people behind me too as well.